Sorry.
Please work.
Maya,
Sorry.
Maya,
Pardon me.
we did 2 hours today. 2 hours.
Pardon us.
I can't believe that you can talk like this.
Oh my God. So let me quickly finish that point I was making.
Okay.
That as a person, I'm the person that can easily challenge culture and tradition or pretty much anything. So if you say why? Because that's how we've been doing it. Does that mean I have to do it that way? So I think as human beings, as individuals, as change agents, and especially as Christians, we must make sure that we're ready to challenge things that we're not supposed to be conforming to.
Wrong perspectives.
We're not supposed to fit in. Because look, see what we're talking about. It's affecting even Christians, affecting us.
Yes, please.
Oh, a lady, she likes you, but she will say no, and she's expecting you to say, she's expecting you to chase her. So many wrong, warped ideas in society, and it has landed us to where we are today. So if we're going to fix it, then it means we need to change the approach, because the idea that created that problem is not the idea that will solve it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'll always say, number one, be a person of principle. Let your yes be your yes. Let your no be your no. Be ready to stand out. Be ready to stand apart. Be ready to stand alone if necessary. Because this, wanting to go with the herd mentality, all of us, crowd mentality, it will not change. So somebody needs you in your own space, myself in my own space. I have to be ready to say, you know what? No, this is BS. I'm calling it for what it is, and I'm not going to subscribe to it. And you will face some challenges, because these are systems, these are ideas that have been for a long time. Do you get? So, and please, when we see people that challenge, just status quo, let's not be quick to judge and rush and condemn them. For instance, let me give you a controversial example. You see on social media, somebody will come and say she'd not want to kneel down on the day of the traditional, that kind of thing. And then you just will rush and come and do not be quick. Because think about it. So honestly, if I could, myself, I would not have knelt down. Not because I'm not planning to honor my husband, but in my mind, we're realistic. I'm not going to be kneeling down to be serving you food in the house. That's not who I am. That's not my idea of respect. So why are we going to fake this thing? Everybody in that hall knows that I'm not going to be doing that after that day.
How many of them do it after that day?
Please, so we should do poll. I'm serious.
They say your food is in the kitchen.
Oni, Baba wa, Uncle wa, Daddy wa, please kneel down and collect the food.
It's not true.
I'm not gonna. So why do we have to make people? Why do we have to fake? That's part of this problem we're talking about. So let's continue doing it when it's not the truth of it's not the reality of things. Let's be real. Let's be authentic. Let's stand for what we know is the right thing. Let's be ready to stand alone. Of course, yes, it's not going to change overnight, but we have to start from somewhere. And if we want to change it, we have to separate ourselves from the idea, the mentality that created the problem.
Yes. Thank you very, very. A lot of people, I don't know, because I wasn't even expecting that it's going to be this serious. But I know that.
We came from rape, and then we have ended in principles and.
Yes, because all of those things.
Because everything is connected, really.
So what we are doing now, we are dealing with the root cause. We are not dealing with just the issue. Let's go back to the root cause, because we believe that we owe our generation and the generation coming after us to teach the right principles and the right values. So it's been bad all over the years, but we have a responsibility to stop. In my generation, this must stop. Nobody comes to my house now to tell me maybe my in-laws will tell me that my wife is not showing respect. I'm telling you the truth. You can't come to my house to tell me that. I'm telling you the truth. With respect, you stay in your home, and then if I have anything that I want to do for you, you can't come to my house. to come. So that some of those things, they think maybe the woman has given the man something to eat. Who is supposed to give him something to eat?
If it's not the
my
woman.
wife? So that's what I like when I hear it. I'm always very, very happy when someone says, as the woman has given him vegetable, see, she must be doing a good job. For how to cook and it affects me, that's a very, very good job. So we must change the wrong perspective. And so we are going to the root cause. I just mentioned to you, I know guys that this thing affected them. Mentality over women, that dominating women started from high school. I know them. And they grew into marriage like that. I know men that became polygamous because of the ideas of their uncles. One of my uncles sat me down. I spoke to him about why he's living a polygamous life. He sat me down to tell me that, do you have DSTV at home? I said, yes. He said, how can you be watching only one station all over your life? Won't you change channel? And that's his whole idea of having multiple sexual partners. Then you can't just be watching only one channel all the days of your life. You need to change channel. That's how he became polygamous. That kind of warp idea. He's in his 50s. So you can imagine how many years he has grown with such stupid and childish idea. And
you know, that's possibly because he also, you know, there's also that idea that this species of humans are at your disposal. So I can have as many as I want.
Yes, yes.
As long as I have money.
Properties.
I have money now. I will take care of you. I have money. I will take care of you. So I can have you, as many of you as I like, because I have the money. That idea, you know, when value has been tied to money or beauty, problem.
So thank you so much. Then another thing about this rape that we need to also talk about is the effects of BDSM and sex roles stereotypes, also as a way of leading to rape. So we have to also tread softly.
Yeah.
There must be caution in this BDSM and all these sex stereotypes. It can lead to rape eventually. So people should be very, very cautious about what they watch, the kind of things they watch that gives them some kind of pleasure and all of those things. And pornography.
I was going to add Mills and Bones and all those
Oh,
novels.
we watch this. We watch.
So growing up, I read so many novels. Oh my God. I mean, I love fiction. I love to, even till now. Where is it? The book is not here. I love to read fiction. For me, it's an escape. Like when I just, you know what, I just need to power down. I want to read a very good book. I mean, obviously, I've grown now. I mean, and there's so many books out there. But you know, when we're growing up, it was Nora Roberts and Mills and Book. It was easy. It was all over the streets. Those were things you could easily find. Those were the common books. And we didn't even really have Nigerian writers like that, you know, like as many as we have now. So, and you know, all these books, they portray this image, this idea. They feed you with this image that subconsciously feeds, you know, makes you vulnerable to rape type situation. So they paint this lady, she's hot, she's amazing, and then she goes to a new town, and there's this guy, he's so hot, and then the guy is touching her just like that, you know. Oh, my heart is beating, her heart was pounding, and the guy left her. And in short, most of those novels is rape that is happening in that novel.
Yeah.
But it is packaged so well. It is packaged in such a romantic way. It's packaged such a way that see, that topic is even different.
Art and needs. Oh my God.
That topic is different because it gives both parties a warped idea of how the conversation between a man and a woman should happen.
Yes.
So now, if a female expects a female that's been exposed so much to that, and subconsciously she doesn't see it as wrong anymore. She now believes that, oh, if to feel desirable, to prove that she's desirable, a guy has to touch her, you know, just like that. Oh yes, I like you, of course, yes, no problem, we both like each other. But now that novel is giving the room that, oh, then if he likes you, to prove that you are attractive and you're sexy and he's attracted to you, then he's going to touch you, and then you're going to try and resist, and then one day you will give in, and all that, and all that, and all that. Those things have damaged us. It has. We just didn't know, and they were packaged so well, so innocently. I guess today I can read them and just, I mean, because I'm wiser, but in our early years, when our minds were still naive and fresh, we didn't really understand the world and situations. Those things were on subconsciously. We were building the kind of, that became the fantasy. That, oh, so, and it's also part of why people now, they say they want to test drive before the marriage, because they've been consuming that kind of content. So to them, if I don't see the guy from across the room and the hair on the back of my neck is not standing up, I cannot marry that person, because sexual chemistry goes strong. It's also part of the problem why people have put sexual, attraction above values and principles and the will of God. Because in those books, what was promoted was physical, mostly physical.
Yeah.
And so subconsciously we're raised.
It's not real. It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Hey, God. Even film now.
Yeah.
You watch film, you see the actor, next thing you see the girl, you just put her in one corner, then where do we start? See, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
The damage. So I'm just saying that to support what you're saying, that let's be very careful the kind of content we expose ourselves to. Let's not be naive. Let's be aware.
Yes, thank you.
Let's be very aware. And now that we are adults, we're going to be raising children. Let's protect our children now that we know better. And let's not keep quiet, because that's the problem the generation before us had. I'm sure that generations before us also had situations that they were exposed to, but they kept quiet because shame is a shameful thing. It's a secret thing. Shh. Come on, more. Teach your children, expose it so that they do not fall, in short, more than ever before. When I think about my teenage years and some of the mistakes I made and some of the mistakes that I know that teenagers make, my heart bleeds for teenagers more than ever before, because that's a very crucial time in someone's life.
Yes.
Very the things that happen in those teenage years, my God.
Indelible Marco.
Oh my God.
Indelible Marco.
We need to raise it. God, I don't know, maybe it's for somebody. I don't know, maybe it's for me too. Teenage ministry, Jesus.
Anyone that God is leading to teenage ministry, please go.
All the quite important. Vital.
Please, whatever you don't want, don't watch it. Whatever you don't want, don't watch. This thing, that's why we need to have this serious conversation, because we'll soon round off. And you will tell us, you round off very shortly. Because I found out that all those things that we watch became a mentality for us, formed images in our mindsets, formed a lot of things, such that Bible talks about renewing of our minds. Yeah. Even when we are born again, we still need to flush certain things from our mind, wrong mindsets, wrong beliefs, and then we're not filling with the right values by exposing ourselves to trusted authors and people, so that it can change the way we think. If we want to talk about sexuology and now it reflects our temperament and our past experience, we should make it a topic on its own.
On its own.
Okay.
That's a seminar right there.
All right. So now, lastly, for rape survivors, what will you advise for them?
For starters, I would say that find a community that supports you, a community of right-thinking people, because this situation it's really big. I mean, you see all the people that come out to expose their perpetrators, and they are the ones that look at Busola Dakolo. They are still fighting the matter today. And the system that should eagerly throw somebody in jail. That's topic. And they are still battling a system.
They are passing it from one. Oh, we are not the one in charge. We have sent it to the regional.
As far as I'm concerned, the system is shielding this situation, because if the system has zero tolerance,
yes,
they will fast track it.
So we pay.
And let's get to.
They take it to the police. When she goes to the police, they say we have transferred it to the.
So look at that classic case. So if you're a survivor, it is not an easy battle to fight, and I can understand if you choose not to speak out, because I mean you're already dealing with one thing, then to now face the it's not shame I want to use, the repercussions on society, accusations. That's another thing entirely. That's even worse, because you were facing the shame on your own in your corner. Now you face, everybody will add shame to the shame again. That's a lot. So the first thing is, regardless of whether you want to come out or not, find a community that you can confide in, a community that lifts you up. Yeah. Right? That I would say is number one. Number two, if you do, I would encourage you to shame this perpetrator. But before you do that, please make sure that you have gathered strength. It takes a lot of strength to stand and say, you know what, I don't care what the society will say. Yeah, I'm going to just make sure I've shamed you. I've exposed you. So do not wait that, the person will be thrown in jail and that's when you will have peace of mind. Or the person will face punishment, that's when you have peace of mind. Because it may never happen. In Nigeria, it just may never happen. So make sure that if you do come out, that the satisfaction for you is that you have exposed the perpetrator. Let that be where this, for you, okay, that I'm okay as long as I've exposed you. Do not make your satisfaction the punishment, because it may never come. So that's number two, what I would say. Number three is just as much as I think, just run to God, because honestly, it may sound impractical, but I'm a firm believer in God. I believe that there's nothing God cannot heal one from. I don't be, I've experienced hatred before. As in, hatred is, when people say, the people do, as in, I know what hatred is. And it's a very dark emotion, dark feeling, that it took God's intervention for me to be delivered from that. So I can imagine how strong that kind of other emotion would be, and the feelings attached. And I believe that if God can purge me of hatred, it can also purge you and renew you. I mean, come on, this is God at work. So I believe that there's nothing God cannot heal us from. And so I would say that definitely, please, as much as possible, try and run to God and really cry to God too, because God can just renew you. Honestly, I believe that strongly. So I would say that, yes, because even if the person goes to prison or they get castrated or they die or anything, it may not take away what you are dealing with, right? And another thing, I think this is also important, and this is something that can be controversial in Christian circles sometimes. Speak to a professional, please. A lot of Christian people downgrade counseling, professional, psychological counseling and stuff like that. I'm not part of that group. Please seek professional help, because everything will mix together, with God helping the counselor, with you, God helping you to, everything works together.
Because it takes a process. Therapy.
It takes a process. Come on. Many of us that were born in Africa, Nigeria, we all should be seeing therapists for one reason or the other. We should. Maybe we are carrying things that we do not know, but that's a topic for another day as well. So please do not listen to people that downplay professional help. please. I think those 4 things, I really can't think of anything.
Yeah. So like this, like how you just mentioned, speak to professionals. God gave them wisdom for it.
Exactly.
So sometimes you even need to know what you are dealing with, because everyone's
Yes.
tolerance level is not the same. So you need to
Yeah.
know at what level. So lastly, permit me, I want to put you on the spot. What should also be the consequences for false alarmist on rape?
Ha. It's almost as bad as the rape self. It's almost.
They were not raped, but they just want
You
to get
came
at
out
somebody.
and then you claim that somebody got raped. I think you should go to prison. Yes. Maybe 3 months. I'm serious. It's terrible. And I would definitely subscribe to jail term for anyone who falsely accuses anyone of rape. It's just as terrible. You're trying to destroy that person. Because you know that even if you come out later to say, I lied, you are not going to go into the minds of everybody who has heard what you said. That person's wife, for instance, there's a seed you have sown. Even if you come out, people can say maybe they bribed her to stop, maybe they checked her. That's why you no, that damage you have done is not something that can just go away that easy. So yes, jail term. If you falsely accuse someone of rape, yes, definitely. Nothing less than 3 months. After 3 months, come back. Your head will be correct.
I'm sure I don't want to ask this question now. Should we bring my away again some other time? I won't say that. Because let me tell you, I'm telling you personally, this is my best session.
Oh,
Because people accuse me of being blunt. And I always try to want to embellish things
package
like
it.
this. If I try to say this thing now, because I will not hide anything. Because there's nothing to hide. Some
Exactly.
people, this temptation of talking about rape in church, elderly people, some of them are watching, older people than I am, they've reached out to me. I said, this is a muddy water. We should talk about the one in church.
Let's name and shame it. See me right from time. And when it comes to church stuff, I can be very vocal, and I'm looking forward to a church that is more open and more radical. I'm really looking forward to a church that's
Where
more
people
radical.
think, where people can give.
Yes, and where people, there's no fear. We've brought culture and traditional things into church. We have mixed it.
Yeah,
That's not how it should be.
yeah,
I'm looking for a church that is outspoken. I'm looking for a church that is fearless. And it's where we discuss things like this. Because the people that are in church, we will not talk about it. We will say everybody raise holy hands, praise the Lord. Hi, sister, hi, brother. But our church people are going back home to go and face problem. And
yeah,
they are going to the wrong people to get advice. It's the same situation where like I told you, I didn't have the peace of mind and the confidence to talk to my parents when I got into a sticky situation. I ended up going to somebody else's house that I shouldn't have gone to. So it's the same thing with church. When we don't name and shame, when we don't create an atmosphere where, evil is disgraced, our people, our church brethren will end up in the wrong hands, end up listening to the wrong people, end up following the wrong people. And becomes a cycle. Then later, he's still coming back to church to come and pray and fast, or one demon, or settle one matter, or pastor. I'm not part of that though.
yeah,
Any please don't come near me.
yeah.
It's not,
Thank you.
not part of that data.
Please don't talk about the touch not my anointed. Let's not go into
Hey,
that debate, because I know
let's
that
not go there.
they've already tagged me somewhere as being rebellious when I talk about the issue of touch not my anointed. In the New Testament order, every believer is anointed. Every believer is anointed. That scripture, if you tag some people as anointed and other people are not, every child of God that is born again is anointed. 1 Peter 2:9 is for every believer. You are a royal priesthood. You are a king and a queen, and you are also a priest. So you are anointed. Once you're a Christian, you are born again, and you are anointed. So let's
Man
not
of
say,
God, let me add, let the anointed not mess up and be disgracing us outside.
ah, Let me tell you the
See,
truth.
don't
If
they
you're
are
anointed,
anointed. They should respect themselves too.
the
And
best,
stop
the
bringing
best
shame
of
to the
men,
fold.
the best of men is still a man. It's still, he are
I
still men.
agree.
So they
I
should
agree.
not
But
use anointing to cover. Nobody should use
exactly.
anointing
Let's
to.
everybody see Yoruba is a let me give it to you like
No, title and position is what they are using, not the anointing. It's
yes
title,
now.
it's
We
title and
know.
position. So God,
Man of
I'm the
God, let's not
pastor.
even go there. Let's see if we go to that kind of topic. You
Let's
go,
not go
you
there.
could
Let's not go there.
discredit me. You say this woman is not in charge of God. She's not for the
No, no, no,
kingdom.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no,
just
no, no.
disband me.
So there's no problem. So thank you so much, Myra. We are going to be reaching out to you because we know how passionate you are about the emancipation of women and also about raising children properly. So one of these days also, we are still going to reach out to you by the grace of God. This is our best session, and this is our 20th session. And because of your practicality, we appreciate you for your bluntness, for your practicality, also the examples that you shared with us. It's unbelievable. I want everyone on the show, please help us thank Lady May. Please help us appreciate her. Clap your hands.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. 2 hours. And we really are a great time today. Thank you so much for making that time. Our regards to Timmy for also encouraging you. We appreciate such men. We celebrate them all over the world. Men that are holding the hands of their women, taking them to higher standards, making their lives better even after marriage. We celebrate such men.
Letting them shine.
Yes,
Please
we encourage
respect
every
that
man
man.
anyone that's not married here too. Please be that kind of man, responsible, helping your women if they want to do business, encourage them to be better, give them ideas to promote their business, do everything whatsoever you are that you can encourage your women to become better people. God bless you. Thank you, Lady May. It's
Thank you
past
so much.
midnight where you are right now. We appreciate
Yeah.
you. Have a great time. And regards to
Thank
the
you for
entire family.
having me. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.